Oh, hello there. This hour on Verbling, the next in my language game series. This is the class where we recycle vocabulary, we revisit important aspects of lessons that we've done throughout the week. Even if you weren't in my classes, you can still participate because we'll do a little review of the language that you need to participate in the game. And today's game is going to be, what would you have done? I'm going to present different situations to you. You'll be surprised by them, right? You're not going to know in advance what they are. And you're going to use those situations to explain the funny, strange, interesting stories going on in the news and what you would have done in that situation. We're going to share it to each other and compare our answers. I'll show you how it works in just a minute. We'll do the first one together. But first, while we're waiting for people to come in, just a quick introduction and we'll get started. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you today from Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. By the way, if you click the follow button on my profile page, you can get this by clicking on my name or searching for me in the Verbling website. If you follow me, you can talk to me directly through the message window in Verbling. You can also receive notifications of my upcoming classes, and on the left side, you can book a private tutoring class, or you can buy a package, and I'll work with you on creating a personalized learning program to help get you to your goals in English. If you're interested, just send me a message, and I'll make sure that there's time for you in my schedule. Okay, and let's go to today's game. I'm going to give you a link to this because you may want to click around in here to go to your. I'm going to give you each a particular story to work on. So there's a link in the Verbling chat. You can open that in another tab if you like. Here's the link in the regular chat, the group chat. And before we get started, so I'm actually going to do one quick run through of this activity first to show you how it's done. Okay? So before we get started, let me just say hello and make sure your microphones are all working. So first person I saw was Mr. Is it Vincent or Vincent?
Vincent.
Vincent. You have a different picture. I didn't recognize you. It's been a while. I saw you, let's see. It's been about a month, hasn't it? Mr. Vincent, you've been here before.
Yeah, it's the second class with you.
Yeah, I remember. It's been about a month. I haven't seen you in about 3 or 4 weeks, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
But you had a different photo. I didn't recognize you this time.
Okay.
You changed your photo.
Yeah, it's a different one.
Let's see. We have. Then I saw Mr. Igor. Hello, Igor. How are you?
Hello, John Eric. Hello, everyone. I'm okay. How are you?
Very good. I'm good. Where are you from, Igor?
I'm from Moscow, Russia.
You're from Moscow. Have I met you before, Igor?
No, this is my first lesson with you.
Okay, very good. Well, welcome to class, Igor.
Thank you.
Okay, and welcome back, Sylvia and Anna Carolina. Welcome back from last hour.
Hi, thank you.
Okay, very good. So, let's start here. In this game, what you're going to do is we're going to look at strange and unusual stories, particularly Halloween stories, maybe slightly spooky stories, but real ones happening in the news. All of these things you see today are real. They have really happened. And we're going to compare answers about what we would or should or might have done in these situations. So let's do one of these together first. Whoever comes up with the best explanation wins the game. It's not really a game. It's more of an activity. But if you give me just a second, we're going to take a look at a news story and do one together. Give me just a second to open this up, and I'll share my screen with you. One moment. Yeah, here we go. So, Sorry, it's a little bit slow. It's opening, but it's a bit slow. My computer is slow. Okay, so here's the story. Okay, I'm gonna explain it to you like this. Here's the story. First of all, have all of you flown on an airplane? Have all of you ever taken a flight at some point? No one?
I don't understand. If we take a flight,
Yes, I've been.
Have all of you been on an airplane? So Anna Carolina, yes. Sylvia,
yes.
have you ever flown?
yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, everyone?
Yep.
Oh, okay, very good. Igor, you too?
Yes, yes.
Okay, very good. What's the strangest thing that's ever happened to you on a flight? Just out of curiosity. What's the strangest thing that's ever happened to you? You meaning any of you.
Nothing strange for my part.
Good. Glad to hear that. The strangest thing that's happened to me, I think, was the plane flying sideways when I was over the Atlantic. That was pretty scary, but that happens sometimes. The plane tilted like this because it got hit by what they call clear air turbulence. It got hit by turbulence really, really badly. That was pretty scary. Has anyone else had anything strange happen to them? Not necessarily scary like, you know, turbulence or normal plane things, but anything unusual. Has anything unusual happened to you? Just out of curiosity.
One time, the plane had to come back to Madrid because he
Yeah?
had an error in his petrol control,
In the fuel gauge. The fuel
Yeah.
gauge.
and we had to come back. We stayed like 3 hours in the airport, and then we go to London. We went to London in the same
Right.
plane.
And how did you feel about that?
Was the longer 2 hours in my life, I think.
Wow. Wow. Very interesting. Oh, I have a little story, like a personal story. Actually, the last time I was in Spain, I was flying on a Spanish airline, and it was really nice. Actually, the plane was really nice. The flight was great. I think it was Vueling. I think it's the name of the airline. Is that right? Vueling.
Yeah, Vueling.
Yeah, it's a low cost.
And it was great. Everything was fine. We were almost in Barcelona. We kind of were halfway between Madrid and Barcelona. There's nothing below us except like just land. Couldn't really see anything. And there was this very, very, very loud thump, like boom. And it came from underneath. It came from underneath my feet, actually. And I looked around, and everyone, well, not everyone, but a few people were looking around like me. The guy next to me was sleeping, and he woke up, you know, kind of like this. A few people were looking around. So the first thing I do is I look at the flight attendants. And if they look worried, then I know there's a problem. And there was no bad weather, anything like that. I looked up. They seemed to be doing their business as normal. So I thought, okay, maybe on Spanish Airlines there's just strange loud noises all the time. I don't know, maybe it's normal. So I forgot about it. We landed in Barcelona and everything was fine. Just out of curiosity, and I've got no moral to the story, there's no twist. I have no idea what it was, but it was just bizarre because it was extremely loud and everyone acted like it was normal. And there's no way that it was the landing gear, right? Because that goes up in about 30 seconds after you're up in the air, right? So I have no idea. I think that the flight crew is trained not to look worried. I think that's what goes on because it was pretty odd. I'm going to tell you a real story, and I want you to tell me what you would have done in this situation. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna read this, and I'm gonna give you a link, and I'm gonna show you a picture afterwards to show you what's unusual about the situation. Let's see. Give me a second here. Maybe what I'll do is I'll give you the picture first. Give me just a second, and I'll put it on the screen for you. Okay? So imagine this. You get on a flight, right? And you're put next to someone else, of course. That person maybe is in the bathroom or something like that. It's time for everyone to get in their seats. You sit down, and I'm going to show you. This is a real picture. Give me a second here. You sit down next to the person. You look at them, and you notice that something is a bit unusual about the way they look. This is a true story. I'm going to share my picture right now. This is the picture that was taken on a flight a little bit ago. What is unusual about this picture? Take a look.
Okay, it's twins passenger.
The story goes, I'm going to read directly from the story here. This is the moment when two strangers came face to face with each other, and it's like looking in the mirror. Even more astonishingly, they say that they met on a Ryanair flight from Stanstead to Galloway, and found the other one sitting in the seat. They found each other sitting next to each other in their seats. When the bearded pair arrived in Ireland, they discovered that they were booked in the same hotel and apparently decided to go for a drink together. One of the men, 32-year-old Neil Douglas from Glasgow, took a selfie with his spitting image, the Mystery Londoner, and the picture has gone viral. In fact, this is from today. This was taken today, the day before Halloween. The spooky image was posted on Twitter by Lee Beatty, the wife of Wire Media in London. She tweeted, "The guy on the right is the husband of my friend. The guy on the left is a stranger he met on a flight last night." She added, "I can't stop looking at it. They are the same man." There you go. Taken today. Vincent, what would you have done in this situation?
I would have been very surprised, I think, first of all.
Would you have taken yourself out for a drink? That's what they did.
Sorry?
Would you have taken yourself? You're seeing yourself. I mean, look. First of all, look at these two people. Look at their haircuts. How is it possible that that's a coincidence? They have the same haircut. How is it possible? How is it possible? Would you have taken yourself out for a drink? Which is like, hey, nice to meet me. Let's go for a drink. I would have. I want you to look at some language you could use to talk about your reactions to these situations. Okay? There's two things in particular I'd like you to take a look at. You could use, give me a second here. You're going to use what we call the third conditional to describe what you would have done. So you have would, could, should, and might. These are your conditional words. Plus have done, been, gone, etc. This is called the third conditional because it's a sentence that normally begins with an if, and in this case it's talking about something in the past, not something that happened, but something that you can imagine happening in the past. The third conditional looks like this. If plus what we call the past perfect is perfect plus what we call the present perfect but with would, could, or should. So I'm going to say plus would have. I'm going to use done, but what I mean by that is the past participle. So that's the formula that you're going to use to talk about what you would have done. And I'm going to give you a few key phrases that you can use as well. For example, you could say, if that had been me, if that had been me, there's your past participle, I would, could, should, etc. have done something. Would, could, should, etc. You're going to follow the formula after that. I'm going to put this, maybe 2 or 3 key phrases that would be useful. So, he or she, give me a second here, needn't have. This is slightly more British English than American English, but you could use it here. Needn't have done something because of something else. I don't think I'd have. Here's another one. I don't think I'd have. So let me put those all together in one place so you can see them and use them together. What I'd like you to do is to pick one and comment on the picture. Tell us what you would have done or what your reaction would have been. And I've given you 3 key phrases in the last post. Vincent, using one of those key phrases, talk about what your reaction would have been if it was you.
So if that had been me, I would be very surprised.
I would have been.
I would have been very surprised. Okay.
I would have been very surprised. You mean you've never seen yourself on an airplane before?
No, it's not usually. I don't meet my double in the street or in the plane.
Oh, happens to me all the time. Happens to me all the time. Sylvia, pick one of those phrases and talk about your reaction.
If that had been me, I would have asked her about her life to see if we have any connection or something.
Very good, yeah. You'd probably ask, so, where were you born?
Yes.
What was the name of the hospital? So, do you think these people might be related?
It's possible, but maybe no. Probably not.
Probably not. The thing that I can't figure out is how could they have the same haircut, the same beard and the same haircut if it's just a coincidence. I could understand that they look like each other, but I can't understand having the same haircut. That's weird. Igor, pick one of those phrases and talk about your reaction.
If that had been me, I would do the same thing. I would
have.
I would have made the picture.
I would have. Oh, I would have taken the picture.
I would have taken picture.
That's it. I'll write that in the chat window too. I would have taken the picture. Right? And then the rest of the sentence is, if that had been me. Very good, very good. You've got other expressions too, like I don't think I'd have. He or she needn't have. For example, well, the guy on the right needn't have taken a picture because he could have just brought the other guy home with him and surprised his wife. That would have been a nice surprise. Especially on Halloween. This picture was posted today. This is a real story. Anna Carolina, using one of those expressions, how would you have reacted?
Thank you. If that had been me, I would get startled, discombobulated, amused, shocked, and it would turn my life upside down. I would wonder if I was adopted and I had a twin.
Yeah.
But I would be happy because I wish I'd have a twin, and then I would propose to change places just to see how how would it be to walk in the other person's shoes, and then uh, we would become friends. But I would fight with my parents. I I would cry a river. I would ask then, why didn't you tell me the truth? Am I adopted? Why why was I separated from from my twin? It's not fair at all. And then I would go through an existential crisis.
Anna, Carolina, has this ever happened to you? You seem very prepared for this.
No, of course
Oh.
not.
Oh, okay, okay. Very good. By the way, just a quick point about English. Not tell me the true, but tell me the truth with a th at the end.
Thank you, teacher.
Tell me the truth.
Those words are a bit confusing. Truth. Thank you.
Truth. Right, right, right. That's true is an adjective. It's true. It is true. Like it is red, it is blue, it is true. Truth, the truth, is a
Is a
noun.
noun.
That's right.
Yes, but what's the opposite of a lie?
The opposite of a lie is the truth.
Thank you.
The truth, right? So use true to describe something. Like this picture is a true picture. But when I want to use the needs to be followed by a noun. So the truth is that these people are not related, apparently. Okay, so now we've tried one together. Okay, I'm going to give you, let me turn this off for a second. I'm going to give you each a real news story right now. Actually, I'm going to ask you to open that link that I gave you earlier, and I'll put it on the screen for you as well. It's this one. Okay, and you're going to go to page number 2 where you see 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, because I've got activities set up in different places. Okay, so first of all, does everyone have the link opened in a new tab? Open it in a new tab or a new window, okay? Everyone got it open?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, very good. What we're going to do is this. You're going to read a real situation, right? And then we're going to get together and we're going to compare news stories. Afterwards, we're going to decide what we should, could, or might have done in that situation. And we're going to see who has the best answer. You're going to practice the third conditional to help you explore what you could have done in the past. Okay? So let's do it like this. If you click on the number 7, boom, it takes you to slide 41. Okay? So let me assign each of you one of these stories. Anna Carolina, I want you to take number 41. Okay? On the next slide, student B, that's 42. Mr. Igor, you're going to take slide 42. Okay? Slide 43 is student C. Sylvia, you're going to be student C for us. So slide 43 for you. Student D is going to be Vincent. Go to 44. I'm sorry, Vincent. Student D, 44. And I'm going to take student E. Okay. So I'm just gonna go over and make sure you're all on the right page. Okay. So who's on slide 44?
It's me, Vincent.
That's right. Good. Who is on slide 41?
Me.
That's right. Very good. Who's on slide 42?
I think I am.
You got it. Sylvia, what number are you on?
43.
43. Okay. So I want you to read this news story. It's a summary, but all these stories are real. You can Google for them later. Okay? You're going to read the stories, and we're going to compare stories first, and then we're going to compare what we would, could, should, or might have done afterwards. I'm going to give you about a minute to read your story, and you're going to try to retell it to the class, okay? So 1 minute, minute and a half or something, starting now. I'm going to do mine too. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, how are we doing? Do you think that you're ready to tell the story? I want you to try to tell it without looking at the text, if you can. So I want you to use your own words. Everyone ready, more or less?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Okay, if we're ready, then we're going to give it a try. So here's the thing. Look at us in the classroom. Try not to look back at the text. Use your own words to tell the story, right? And then we're going to get opinions from everyone. I want you to use some of those key phrases that we've looked at earlier to talk about what you could have done, what someone needed to have done, right? What you, if it had been you, what you might have done, etc. Okay? Who's up first? You are, Sylvia? Very good. Thank you for volunteering.
Okay. My story is about marriage, and the wife tried.
Wait. Let's institute one rule, Sylvia. Let's institute one
What?
rule. This is your story. This happened
My.
to you.
Okay. So
And s-
I
you're going to start
tried.
off with, "You'll never believe what happened. You'll never believe it."
Well, so I don't know if I the husband or I the wife.
You're the wife. I don't know. You're the wife, let's say.
Okay, I am the wife. So I tried to kill my husband 8 times.
Oh my
I
God.
I tried to poison him. I tried to shoot him. I hired 2 guys to kill him, but they failed. And finally, the police catch me, and I been arrested. Arrested.
I was arrested.
I was
Oh no, everyone,
arrested.
class. Oh no, that's too bad.
So I spent 4 years in jail. And when I was free, I moved in with my husband again because he forgave me. He said that was a mistake, and he loved me.
That's very nice.
I tried to kill him again.
Did you try to kill him again, really?
Probably. If I try 8 times.
Okay. Mr. Igor, what would you have done in that situation? Do you agree with would you have moved back in if it were you? Would you have let her move back in with you?
Sorry, I'm stupid, but I did not find my slide.
Oh,
And
yours?
did not
Wait.
understand the exercise.
No problem. We'll get to you in just a second. But first, Igor, if you were Sylvia's husband, what would you have done after she got out of jail? Did you follow the story, more or less?
No.
Ah, okay. Sylvia, give us the story again, but a little shorter. And remember, there's an unusual twist at the end. There's an
Okay.
unusual twist. The twist is what your husband says to you, right?
Okay.
Okay, so Igor, listen carefully. And Sylvia, we're all going to start like this. You'll never guess what happened to me. Start in that way.
You never guess what happened to me. I tried.
Really? Tell us.
I tried to kill my husband 8 times
Naturally.
in different ways, but I failed, and the police catch me. So
I failed or I failed?
I failed.
Ah, you failed. So you got caught.
Yes, I was caught by the police, and I spent 4 years in jail. So when I was free, my husband forgave me, and I moved in with him because he said me that he loved me and was a mistake.
Igor, what would you have done if you were her husband?
No, sorry. I pass.
What did Igor? What did Sylvia do in her story? What did she do?
Um,
What did you understand?
I did not understand the story, so I can't say.
Okay, so hang on a second. Let's ask Sylvia some questions to see so that we can just clarify a few points. Mr. Vincent, did
Yes.
you understand everything, more or less?
Yeah.
Okay. Anna Carolina, how are you? More or less okay? Did you get it? Uh-oh, I don't hear Anna Carolina. Okay, totally okay. So let's do this. Let's ask a question or two to Sylvia. Okay, so Igor, what did Sylvia do that she should not have done? Did you get that part? What did Sylvia do that she shouldn't have done? Not sure?
No, it's
Okay, so let's
hard for
ask. Sylvia, what did you do that you should not have done?
I tried to kill my husband 8 times.
Igor, how many times did she try to kill her husband?
9 times.
8 times.
Okay, 8 times.
It's better.
Sorry.
It's better. Sylvia, Igor, did she get caught in her story? Did she get caught?
No, I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, Sylvia, did you get caught after you tried to kill your husband?
Yes, the police catch me.
The police caught me.
Catch me.
The police caught me. C-A-U-G-H-T. Caught. The police caught me.
Every time.
No, not every time. When did the police catch you, Sylvia?
When I hired 2 guys for kill my husband, and they filed again, so they caught me.
They failed.
I failed.
Good, they failed. Okay, so Igor,
Yes.
she hired 2 people. What did she hire them for?
2 people.
She hired 2 people to do what? Did you catch it? She hired 2 people to?
To catch you.
No, she hired 2 people to kill her husband. That's when the police caught her. She hired 2, we call these in English, hitmen. She hired 2 hitmen to kill her husband. So it was the last time she tried to do it that she got caught. Okay? Sylvia.
Yeah.
Did you lose everything in your life as a result?
No, actually, I come back to my house.
Ah, you went back home.
Yeah.
Okay. Igor, what do you think her husband said to her when she wanted to come home after jail? What do you think her husband said to her?
I don't know.
Well, what would you say to your wife if she tried to kill you? What would you say?
I would say, don't kill me again. Don't try to kill me again. I don't know.
Sylvia, what did your husband say to you when you said you wanted to come home?
That he loved me, and that was a mistake.
We all make mistakes. That's the moral of the story. Igor, if you love someone, even if they try to kill you, right, it's just a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, very good. Mr. Vincent,
Yeah.
what would you have done? Using one of those key phrases, what would you have done if you were the husband?
First of all, I would have thought that it's maybe a nice girl when she's not trying to kill me.
Of course. Yes,
Yeah.
we all have bad days, of course.
But maybe I would have tried to kill her for revenge.
Ah, okay. You see, Sylvia, you never thought about that. Maybe he's inviting her back in for a reason. Maybe, Sylvia, maybe he has an ulterior motive. Do you think he might have an ulterior motive?
Material.
Ulterior motive. Like this. Look at the chat window. Oops. Ulterior. Like this.
Ulterior motive.
Do you think that her husband might have an ulterior motive inviting her back into the house?
Maybe he wants to kill me.
Exactly. Bingo. Maybe. Okay, Sylvia, what would you have done if this were you? Would you have tried to come home again?
Probably not. It's weird to live with a person that you try to kill.
It is true. Take a look at the key phrase in the chat window. See if you can finish that sentence for me.
If that had been me, I wouldn't go back home.
I wouldn't have gone. I wouldn't have gone. Right.
I wouldn't have gone home because it's weird to live with someone that you try to kill.
That is kind of weird. It
Probably,
makes it a little bit awkward. It's awkward.
Yeah, probably I hate him. You don't try to kill someone if you love him.
Well, you do if they have a big insurance policy and you could make a lot of money. Yeah, maybe. Maybe you do. I don't know. It's hard to say. Okay, very good, very good. Mr. Igor, I'm going to give you a quick link to your story, okay? Igor?
I have no story, sorry.
I want you to click on the link in the chat window. Do you see the link? Look at the chat window on the right side of the screen over here, which is on my right, your left maybe. Do you see the link that I posted for you?
Yes, I've received a file.
Good. Okay. I want you to open to page 42. Would you go to slide 42, Igor? Okay.
Okay.
And what's the title on slide 42? What's the title of the article?
Lost on the Mountain.
That is it. Very good, very good. Okay, so take a minute. I want you to read your story, and then you're going to retell it to us. But you're going to tell it in the first person. This happened to you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I'll give you a minute to do that.
Okay.
All right. I'll tell you what. Let's give him a minute, everyone, and then Vincent will do you after that. When you're doing this, everyone, I want you to try your best to use some of those key phrases. So I'm going to keep putting them in the chat window. You don't have to only talk about yourself. You can also talk about other people in your story as well. Okay? While he's doing that, let me see if I can do one as well. Okay. I think I'll let you go first because mine is a little bit complicated. All right. I'll tell you what. Igor, you can take a minute and read if you like, but why don't we let Mr. Vincent go ahead first? Vincent, I heard that you have an unusual story to tell you, something that happened to you recently. Is that true?
Yeah, exactly. A few years ago, in fact, I had a big crush for a woman,
Oh,
and to try to hit on her, I used to buy a lottery ticket to her, and one day this woman won the big. I don't know the word. The big,
the lottery, the jackpot, the jackpot.
Yeah, the jackpot, exactly. Yes. So she won the jackpot, and so I tried to ask her, then she want to share the money with me, but she didn't agree with that. So
Oh, why not?
I don't know, maybe because she wants all the money for her alone.
Ah, she wants it for herself.
Yeah, for herself. Yeah, exactly.
Ah, got it.
So I shoot her. Yeah, I made a trial.
Okay, tell us about it. What did you do?
I made a trial because I wanted to have a little bit money, but the tribunal, the judgment, the
Ah,
judge.
okay. Wait. Let me just correct you on this because I misunderstood. Ah, you took her to court. You took her to court. Tribunal is court.
Court, yeah.
Ah, okay. I took her to court.
A trial, it's not correct?
Nope. A trial is when you have a jury and you commit a crime.
Okay.
But here, it's not a crime. It's you're taking her to court for damages. So you can say, I sued her.
Yeah.
I sued
I
her,
sued her.
or I took her to court. Both are good. I took her to court.
Okay, so I sued her.
Right.
To try to get the money a little bit, but
Right.
the judge decided that it was not possible, and this woman can keep all the money for herself. So it's pity for me.
Okay, very good. Okay, let me ask you first. I don't know if everyone heard everything, but here's your chance to ask a few questions, okay? If you didn't follow the story perfectly, you can ask a follow-up question, but let's decide also what you would have done. So, let me see if I got this straight, Vincent. You used to buy lottery tickets for your girlfriend, and she hit the jackpot. Is that right?
It was not really my girlfriend. It was just a woman that I had a big crush for. So.
Aha. You had a big crush on her.
On her, yeah.
You bought lottery tickets for a girl you had a crush on, and she won.
Yeah, exactly.
And she was so happy that she married you, and now you're both rich and you live in Fiji, right?
Sorry.
She was so happy that the two of you got married, and now you're both rich, and you live in a tropical island. Is that the ending of the story?
Yeah, I would have asked to her to marry me like that. I would have taken advantage a little bit of the money. Yeah, exactly.
Ah, so you mean you didn't marry her?
I asked to her, but she didn't agree.
Oh no. Okay, very good. Okay, I think I followed the story. Are there any follow-up questions from any of you? If there's anything you didn't understand, ask now. Okay. If not, Sylvia, what would you have done in that situation? If you were the girl, I want you to use this key phrase. If it had been me.
If that had been me, probably I wouldn't have shared the money.
I couldn't have what? Couldn't have?
I wouldn't have shared the money.
I couldn't have served? Served to whom?
share
Deserved?
share with him the money.
Ah, shared. Got it. Shared. Ah, repeat after me. I need to hear the sh sound. I wouldn't have shared.
Share.
That's it.
Yeah,
You
it's very kind. Huh?
very kind of you.
I know.
Very, very kind of you.
But I tried to kill my husband, so I don't I don't know a good person.
Think about that. Think about who you're hooking up with there, Vincent. She tried to kill her husband. You're buying lottery tickets for her. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Wouldn't have shared the money. Okay, very good. Anna Carolina, I don't know. Were you able to hear the story? Because your connection dropped.
Yes, I went back and I was able to hear, and thank you. I was
Okay.
longing for my turn.
Your turn is now. What would you have done if you were that woman and a man was buying a lottery ticket for you and you won? Would you have shared the money? Sylvia says she wouldn't. Would you have shared the money?
It depends on the situation. If there was chemistry between us, yes.
Is there
I
Vincent, do you feel
Yeah.
some chemistry going on here?
okay.
For the money, yeah, of course.
Okay. So Anna Carolina, he does feel some chemistry. Would you share it now?
If I had a crush on him, I would share. But if I don't like the guy, of course I would not. I would run away with the money.
Ah, you would run away with the money. Where would you have gone? Where would you have gone if you had won the lottery? Just curious.
I don't know. To a nice place, maybe. I would go to Miami. Maybe I would buy a nice house there.
Sounds pretty
I
good.
would bring my maid with me.
You'd bring
All
your maids with you. Wow.
all her family.
Wow, that's very nice.
Yes, because I know that it's difficult to find a maid there.
Okay. And
And
what if the guy showed up at your door and he wanted to move in with you, but you didn't have any chemistry with him?
what if the guy,
If
what?
the, you're in Miami, you buy your house, you have bought your house, you're in Miami, and the guy knocks on your door.
I would tell him to to get out of my face.
I would hire him as my maid. That's what I would do. Because
He wouldn't accept that.
I don't know, maybe he would. Vincent, would you accept?
Sorry, what is the deal?
The deal is you don't get the money, but we we might offer you a job as the maid, so you could be in the house that we bought with the money. Would you accept that?
A job in the house?
Yeah, you could be the maid.
As a maid, okay, yeah. I'm not sure, maybe, but maybe because I could steal the rob the money after. I don't know.
Teacher, you are frozen. We cannot hear you.
He has some problems,
Yeah.
connection problem.
Yes.
John, we cannot hear you. All right. He's not going to come back. I don't think he will.
Yeah, I think it's done.
Okay. We will wait for him.
Who wants to be teacher?
Um, okay, we can carry on for a little bit. I'm going to share my story with you. It was I I went home and I saw a van parking in front of my house. To my surprise, it was a reporter, and she told me a spaceship had crashed in my backyard. Then I was shocked. It started, and an alien got off the spaceship, and I offered the tea a cup of tea, and the alien accepted it. So Igor, what should you do if you were me? Oh, hold on. The reporter told me afterwards it was a prank for a reality TV show. What should you do, Igor?
Oh, Anna, I try to understand, but my English is poor. Maybe Vincent.
I'm not sure about your story. You told about Alien, that's right?
Yes, I got home and there was a van, a minivan, parked in front of my house. And a reporter told me that a flying saucer had crashed in my garden.
Okay.
Then an alien got off the spaceship. I invited the ET
To take the
to
tea?
have the ET, the alien, to have a cup of tea
Mm-hmm.
with me. And the alien said yes. Then the reporter told me that the entire story was a lie. There is no spaceship and no alien. It was just a prank.
Ah, okay.
What would you do?
Uh, yeah, I would have found that funny, but I don't know really how I would have been reacted.
Would you fall for it? Would you believe it?
Um, it depends on the special effect if it's a good prank or not.
All right, I agree with you. And what did you get it now, Igor? Do you get it now? Have you?
I, I,
So
I agree with Vincent.